Hey guys, let's look at the top 5 things about the upcoming Enlisted merge that can completely ruin the game if they're done incorrectly. Quick thinking. Hey guys, it's MeAdmiralStarks back with another OpenDev server video, and today we're looking at the 5 things that can potentially ruin the game for you. And the first things first is historical accuracy after the merge is completely out of the window. Let me explain. For example, let's take an IS-2, which is a top tank. Let's have a look at Normandy maps, which are generally a top level maps. In this scenario, you could take an IS-2, match up with German top teams, and play them in the leading down the Normandy beach. IS-2, to my knowledge at least, was never down a Normandy beach. Correct me if I'm wrong, I might be making a complete fool of myself, but that's what I think. And this is like a perfect example how the historical accuracy is going to be out of the window. And I know there are a lot of you guys that really does care about things like that in the game, and they might potentially ruin the game for you. The game is going to change. Like, that's not something you can fix, because it's not something you can fix if you stick with this campaign merging in the upcoming update. So that was number 1. Number 2 are the campaigns. So I know there are a lot of people that really like the campaigns, and they really like to know what they're gonna be versing, and they really like to know what maps they're gonna be playing on. In this case, I understand that some people, generally, I guess it's the Germans. Yeah, the Germans, because Germans can verse the Allies or Soviets in multiple maps and multiple campaigns. So playing as Germans, obviously you can still go to the research, and if you know you play top level Germans, you can always have a look. You might fight these guys, top Americans, or you might fight these guys, you know, top Germans. So you can kind of know what you're versing, but in the campaign scale, like, you would know your direct competitors, plane to plane, tank to tank, weapon to weapon. And on the other hand, people sometimes really like to play a certain campaign just because they loved the maps. That's probably one of the reasons I never played Moscow. Maybe some of the tanks or planes or weapons are pretty cool, but I never played Moscow because I could not get my head around the Moscow maps. So whenever I'm in my, I don't know, M18, P47 or whatever, and I'm in Moscow, it's gonna be really confusing. The third thing that can completely ruin the game, and it's actually fixable, is the squad select. Like, what the hell is this? Like, imagine every campaign that had Germans. How many engineering squads we have here? How many like, there's so much stuff to try and find the correct engineering squad you want, to try and find the correct flamethrower squad, whatever. It is an absolute pain in the backside, and I have a solution how we can fix, like, this long line with everything in the same bin is totally wrong. Let's start off with this left side of the screen. This doesn't need to be that big. We can probably make these lines shorter and maybe extend them more downways and make the pictures maybe a little bit bigger, so you can actually tell, like, what squads you have in here. Then on the middle and the right side, we are not utilizing this space of the screen completely. I would be happy if we could have, like, a bins with, I don't know, tactical, tanks, planes, event stuff, premium stuff in different bins. Something similar that we have in the shop, like this. You have different classes of the squads you have when you open this screen here, and you can, okay, I'm looking for an engineer, you click on the one that's all engineers are sitting in. I'm looking for a plane, you open the one that all the planes have in, and then you can drag and drop and switch around in the places. I think for myself, that will be so much better. I've read some comments already that people don't like this, going through all of the million squads. I know some nations have more, some has less. Germans has excessively a lot because they are in many of the campaigns. Soviets have equally enough. I believe US have slightly less. Yes, they have slightly less. And then Japan, it might not be the case for Japan because they only have the ones they have in the Pacific. But yeah, it is an absolute clusterfuck in here, and it's very easy to fix by making segregated categories with all the different types of squads. That's how I see this being fixed. Number 4 is something that we can't know for sure, but based on all the dev blogs and all the calculations, how they're warning us about buying stuff and spending our orders right now before the merge, is that the game potentially could be grindy, and you would have to actually grind levels. You would actually have to grind the silver, enlisted silver, to buy stuff, to buy new weapons, to unlock new levels. That's something we can't know for sure, but you know, that's something that we might be leaning towards that as of yet. So is it something that we can't fix? No, obviously all the economics and all the balancing and rebalancing is all tweakable in these sort of games, so that if this is gonna break or make the game being grindy, that is only on the shoulders of Darkflow and Enlisted. They can change this if they feel like the community pushback is massive. If people are gonna feel that it's too grindy to unlock these levels, then hopefully they will listen, but we know how it goes with that. So yeah, if the game's too grindy, that is definitely a point that can ruin the game for many people. And the number 5 for me currently is the matchmaking, which, a grain of salt, that is gonna change, that is gonna be fixed. But at the moment, if you join a game and you are somewhere down this way, if you are a low level player with your, I don't know, MP28, which actually isn't that bad. I don't know why Beretta is tier 1, because it's an amazing weapon. Maybe because there's like, is there a better version of Beretta with like a bigger mag or something? Beretta M1. Okay, so there are some better versions of these, but yeah, you can spawn your little Panzer 3E and then you can be, I don't know, matched up with a freaking IS-2 1944 that you can't do anything. Same goes for the planes, same goes for the weapons. Let's say a top player is gonna have Fyodorov Automat, and then they somehow get matched up with the guys that are gonna run around with, I don't know, the same Beretta or the Luftwaffe drilling or whatever. Like, it is at the moment, because it's an open test server, it is all messed up, the matchmaking, and it's not in the effect. At least it wasn't yesterday when I tried playing the game. I had to add this, so I make 5 things in this video, because honestly I think matchmaking isn't going to be an issue when it's actually active. At the moment it's an absolute mayhem and everyone can match up with everyone. So these are the 5 things that can potentially ruin the game. Some of them that we can't change after the merge: the historical accuracy and literally choosing which campaigns maps you want to play. That's something you won't be able to change after the merge. All the other 3, which is the squad selection screen, grindiness, and matchmaking, that is all fixable, and that will hopefully get sorted out when the update drops. Let me know if I've missed anything that potentially is going to ruin the game. Let me know down in the comments below. It's been MeAdmiralStarks, and I'll make the same video of the top 5 things that are really cool about the upcoming merge, so make sure you look for that video on my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.